Welcome back to a brand new episode of that go-to geek podcast, Talks with Dorks. The third. Been a while since we've had a special guest on the podcast that hasn't been something to do with the wrestling side of things, but when it comes to the TDW guys, they're more like the part of the crew than they are guests these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I thought it was time. I was thinking today we need a special guest, and it's someone that I'll always ask first when it comes to special guests. And like magic, he was free to join us tonight, and we were talking a lot about DC and what was going on in the world of DC last week. So why not bring Paul, the owner of the Geek Garage in Wickford, the man behind DC World, back to the podcast. Mate, it's been a minute. Welcome back, Paul.
I know. Thanks for having me on as well. Perfect timing tonight, Mike. So I weren't doing anything, so it was good.
Literally, like I said, when I said just now, it was like, all right, boys, I'm going to text a few people, see who's about. And you were like, I was like, so I was Paul first, because you never know. I might catch him at the right time. And you literally was like, straight away, yeah, probably do it. I was like, oh, that was easy. It was lastminute.com, and that was really easy, to be fair. And to be fair, because, again, one of the first reasons you were the first person was because last week we did talk a lot about DC and what's been going on and how we're feeling about the new world, because I feel like one of the last times you was on, it was around Superman, so it was still fresh. We're now in those first steps of what's happening with the James Gunn universe. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, with the whole merger going on and stuff like that, I still don't feel comfortable that everything's going to plan, that it's going, that it's that age-old thing with DC. Just when you think it's going smooth, something's in the news about that, like something big's about to change, and you go, oh,
too good to be true.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that to me. I know. I did read something like that the other week. Like, I think it's all safe. I think with James Gunn and the mergers and all this, I think everything's going to stay how it is. There's got to be some stuff going on. They've invested too much, and with Lanterns, Supergirl, Clayface, and Batman, and the new Superman, that's already all going on. So I don't think that's going to affect anything. I was reading bits last week, and as you do, start going down a rabbit hole where, this is in danger, or James Gunn's in danger, and this is in danger. And I was thinking, as a DC fan, we don't need this again, because if it happens, I've lost all my faith in the future of everything, I think, because it just seems to always be us. But no, I think it's going in I think it's going to be safe, and I think with this merger still all going on, or buyouts still going on, I think they're in a safe position. I think they've got enough contracts going on now, especially with how they're building this multiverse again. Lanterns, Clayface, Batman, Superman 2, and some of the other secret projects going on in the background. So I don't think there's nothing to worry about at the minute.
I think that is the worry, though. Is like you said, isn't it? Like, we're, as DC fans, and we've said this so many times, it's been such a run of worry because so much has changed since. You go back to. You trace it back to the beginning of Zack Snyder, but realistically, it's probably been longer than that, because there was a Justice League film at the end of the 90s that didn't happen, a Superman film that didn't happen, that was well in. So it's longer than we think.
Yeah,
the gap between Superman movies, for example. Yeah. So there's been a lot of, for us DC fans, a lot of just give us stability. We're dedicated to this relationship. We've proven that because we're still here.
Yeah.
Can you please just stick with what you're saying, because so much has changed. But I was starting to read stuff that it's going to change. We always seem to blame the Snyder bots as such, but there's always this negativity that no, the merger's happening, so that means James Gunn's out. But I read what I believe was an official statement of from, because again, I'm not even sure. Is it Netflix? Is it Paramount? Who is it's taking over these days? Because
I think it's still going on, isn't it? Yeah, it's still going on. I believe
that was the most recent one to be taken over. Their plan is nothing is going to change. Everything's going to take a couple of years to change over anyway. So what is set in motion is still going ahead. We're letting that play out. If there is a plan that, we look at and go, oh no, it's not working, because you guys are basically not going to are saying it's not working, then maybe we'll change the plan. But for now, don't worry. Just enjoy what's coming.
Yeah.
It's thank you. That's all we need to hear.
You know, it's right. I'm 47 now, and I've got to this stage in life where I'd love that consistency. Like when Smallville was out, it lasted 10 years. I would love to see some sort of 10-year plan. I will be 57 when that finally comes into like the 10-year period they were planning. But certainly going forward, there's a lot to come out every year and a lot to make. And I'd like to be in that key part in my life now where I get to see a good 8 or 10 years of DC goodness coming and it all intertwines. I'd love to see that now. Just in my lifetime, it'd be nice.
Do you know what I always say? And Laferd, I don't know if you feel like this as well. When it comes to it, because obviously we always get, because we're the DC diehards, and again, I love Marvel, but because I always say DC's my one, you get the Marvel goes, well, look at the problems you've had at DC with this and with that. But I go, but listen, just trust me. When it sticks to it, you're gonna like DC just as not maybe you'll always prefer Marvel, of course you will, because that was your favourite. But you might see that DC's pretty good, you know, because there's some stuff in the box that they really haven't ever put in the movies. That touch wood, we're gonna see, namely the film that's. I mean, you're stepping ahead to. Is it next year? Man of Tomorrow comes out, or is it 2028?
Next year.
It is next year now, isn't it? So it's 2027. This year we've got Supergirl, but we know that we're on the verge of seeing Brainiac. If without it fully being said in outright, Brainiac's going to be in this movie. You don't see a picture of a script of Superman with a brain on it without putting 2 and 2 together and getting Brainiac. So, like, as long as you just give me that, if in 3 years you change things, if you just give me something I've always wanted to see in a movie, and just let it happen, no changes, don't go in and change everything because it's got to be changed, and just give us that. I guarantee you, there's a lot of us here that like that DC.
Oh yeah.
The thing with Marvel is though, like, because they've took the time doing everything. DC's never really done that, whereas this time around they are trying to do that. And I think that's what Marvel fans can't get past.
That's the thing, because Marvel for so long has been under one structure, even though like X-Men was good.
There's
also a lot of problems with X-Men. No uniforms, no this. But it was still good for what it was, because the cast was brilliantly cast.
Yeah.
I'd have liked to have seen a bit more yellow spandex, like we all would have. But they finally got there. They have listened in some sense to what it is. And I do think James Gunn, and I still will believe it until we're proven wrong, that James Gunn is the man that is listening, and we will get it. But there's always, like, this is what this conversation is right now, is it? There's always been there's been such a luminous over DC for so long that we're all still scared, and I don't want to be.
I think that's down to a lot of these the financiers and the higher powers at Warner's and whoever. It's always, they're still the people there. They're the ones pulling the ropes and the decisions, and let's make this, let's not let go ahead, let's fund this, let's not do that. Yeah. I think some of them people are the ones that need to take a good look in the mirror and look in the fan base and start writing and filming some of this stuff that the fans want to see. Again, Superman was probably one of the first sort of comic booky movies that it was like watching the comic on the screen. I forget when we saw the screening. It was just like, this was like it took me a while to process. It was like, this was like watching a comic book, like a decent Superman film. It was a bit of fun, and we haven't seen his full potential yet. He's already told us that it's early on, so I'm just like excited to see his power and where that's going to grow to. So things like that, I just think the hierarchy at these studios who give these decisions,
isn't it? Like, just please let James Gunn. Let's see what he can do.
Let him cook. Yeah.
Let him. While you're dealing with all the stuff going on above, all this merger and that, just let him. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's made a good movie or two in his past, and no matter what certain people, because they have to have an opinion, say that, it felt too much like a Guardians of the Galaxy. Did you not enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy or something?
Yeah, I'm going to say, who didn't like them films?
If a film reminds me of something I enjoyed, how is that a bad thing? I liked every single one of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yeah, of course, if I see a little bit of hint at that, of course. But you just go deal with the paperwork and let James Gunn have fun with his toys. Let the young lad have fun with his toys, right? That's all we want. And we'll be fine, because I feel like that's the thing. We've got James Gunn in control of DC. And what we all love about James Gunn is that he's a fans person. He's obvious that because he actually answers our questions. And
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes, when there's rumours, who do we turn to? James Gunn, because he will 90. All right, he isn't going to answer every single question out there, but if there is something that is sparking up big rumours that he goes, well, no, listen, I'm going to shut that down. He will gladly do that. Whereas sometimes it's, a report says that from James Gunn. No, James Gunn has been on whatever social media and gone,
His own platform, yeah, yeah.
no, no, no.
Exactly.
No, Ezra Miller is not the Flash in this movie, or this is like, no, what if you're seeing? Grant Gustin has not been cast. Doesn't mean it isn't an option that we spoke about.
Yeah.
But he's open and honest, and that's what gives me faith. Like we say, it's the higher ups that you go.
It's like though, up until this point, they've not realised how much money they can make from these sort of things. It's like they haven't realised the potential that DC has to actually like not compete with Marvel, but it's like they haven't allowed it to reach the potential it could have had.
But
Which is just like I'm blind, like you know what I mean. Like, and even I can see that there's loads that they can do, and you know, loads of money that can be made from it. So even from a business point of view, it's just been stupid that up until this point they haven't let it be what it can be anyway.
and what's crazy about that is how could they not see it when the world right now, when it comes to pop culture, is all about. Look at. I could go blue in the face. Say Cobra Kai
Yeah,
could have been a terrible follow-on from a classic movie
Yeah.
series.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
one of the best things I have ever seen on TV. Like, give me more. Why did you only do 5 seasons? Give me more. Give me everything of that because it was perfect how they dealt with it. What else have they done? I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but the more I've never even watched the original Malcolm in the Middle, but I knew enough and kept up watched episodes that I'm like, I'm ready to watch that whole thing and get into this reunion series because it looks brilliant. Like they've stuck to what it was. They haven't changed the format just for money. Like that was a common thing back 30 years ago when we got all the 15 Nightmare on Elm Streets because they were pumping them out just to keep the
Yeah,
footage.
yeah, yeah.
Other companies are seeing, okay, we just take a bit of time and listen to what these fans want. Maybe it'll work. So why would let's not stop? Let's stop like talking about the big wigs. But what
DC
I'm
bashing.
excited about, well, there is films. I mean, one thing I don't think me and you have ever actually fully discussed. Did you ever watch Peacemaker, the season 2?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
you
that
caught up
was
with it,
well
didn't you?
good.
Okay, because it was one of them series that I think Kurt was always, I'm gonna watch it, and we never ended up fully talking about.
No, we didn't.
Peacemaker, Paul. The ending of it, what I will say was an unbelievable series. Where was you left, and how, like, when in that moment? But how do you feel about it now? Because there is a lot of controversy about that.
I'll be massively honest here, and it's just like it was a very good series, like a whole big step up, and they even took some risks in it. Some of the stuff they explored and showed, great series. And again, I think I got took into part of the universe of the online media of what could happen, what's going to happen, what's James Gunn going to do. We'd already had spoiler alert, everyone. Like Lex was in there and a few other characters from Superman. So I like that they'd started to merge that universe in there. But the finale was absolutely bloody awful. And I was just like, for how season 1 ended, which obviously I know they couldn't go back and do anything like that again. But the season 2 ending weren't wowing me. They've just tied it into everything else. It's tied in a little bit to the future projects, hasn't it? And they've not said a season 3 is even going to happen. So I think it was just I don't know. I felt like he's had to end it because of all the stuff going on. It felt like that. It felt like that to tie the ending into some of the characters and where it's going to be going with their group now into the future projects. And Peacemaker's just been in the background there. He might even appear in a few films, but I don't think we're going to get any more series anymore. That's how it feels. I just feel like it was they'd already committed to that season 2. A bit like Aquaman 2, that got committed, it was filmed, and then the merger changed in it, and blah, blah, blah. Justice League was gone, but they had to still bring Aquaman 2 out. So I think it's going to be like, that's how they've done Peacemaker. I just weren't happy with that ending more. I don't know about, what do you think?
No, because Peacemaker, if I'm right, was one of the ones you'd seen the first 3 episodes early, didn't you? So you had already like hyped me up on how good it starts, and you'd been you'd been well informed that it from the reason they've only shown you 3 was because from that it gets too good for anyone to see too early, and it did. Episode 4, that episode 5 with his brother and his dad, everything about that. Oh my God! Never expected any of that to go down like it was. I generally thought we were going to see a season 3 where like this version of his brother and his dad they are going to be superheroes together. When you saw Vigilante jump on his dad, like I was looking at the screen going, oh no, and then then what happened with his brother? But I was left there at end of season 5, like episode 5, going episode 6. That brother is going to be in it. He's back. Obviously he's going to be back. And this is going to be, now he's going to dress up as Peter. But we got this episode 6 where it was called Peacemaker, and it's the end of a season of a superhero called Peacemaker where he wasn't dressed up as Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like it was building to him suiting up, and it never happened. And then, like, as we know, he gets left in, I can't remember the realm they call it, or the world, but he gets left in this other world. And it was like, but like you, I think I got sucked in. I can't even remember what the rumours were that was happening. Obviously, Earth X, we'd heard that it was going to be Earth X, and obviously that was a great reveal.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't have a clue.
The best reveal on that, I know they lost out on a lot of world things they could have shown, I suppose, for time and filming, but one of the best parts I liked was like the zombies, the deceased zombies section. Sort of, you got with some of the zombies there, and I thought this would be cool to explore in a movie. Like the deceased version of the DC heroes would be fantastic to see.
Yeah. There's really it's set up a lot, but I think James Gunn came forward and said, like, sort of said that you know, if you're upset, it's because you were reading the rumors. Like, this isn't, you're thinking of this was kind of. This is still the beginning of the DC universe. I'm setting up stuff future coming. That's what that's meant to be. Like, when you think about it, in Smallville, at the end of a season, when Clark got trapped in the end of the Phantom Zone, we all didn't go, oh no. Oh, we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we went, oh no. But when's the next season? But with this, we all went, oh no, it's ruined. But why is that different to Phantom Zone?
Yeah.
It's the DC universe still. Like, why is that different?
Yeah. I get it.
So, because Smallville was at a time where we weren't all scouring TikTok for spoilers and looking for stuff and theories because we're excited. That's it's got to be down to that, isn't it? Social media has tainted that for us sometimes, and which is very unfortunate because realistically, if you think about it, that is how a lot of series would set stuff up. That is all a cliffhanger.
This is it, and you've got to watch everything straight away now because of social media, because everything gets leaked and spoiled, and that's what I don't like in this world. I'd go back to the days of Smallville any time where the internet was quite new. We didn't have all the smartphones and technology we've got now. For this generation now,
it was kind of always after, or you could talk about theories, but it was just that theories. But now because you've got AI, people can literally make clips that make you believe you are watching better than ever.
And back in that day, you talk to people, you talk to your neighbour, you talk to your mates down the street, you talk to someone at school or college. It was like you actually talked and communicated. Now everything's just online, and a lot of people don't know how to react with people anymore, do they? And it's a different way.
We all say while we're sat in 3 completely different places recording a podcast.
That's not what I meant, but this is the technology we have.
Yeah, but at least we know each other and we're not arguing with random people.
I hate this technology. What I'd do would never have the internet. Hang on.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much my whole business is on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You know.
Yeah, different world.
It's how you're using it, isn't it? Like you say, spoiling stuff. Like Screams. I don't know if any of you have watched Scream 7 yet, but I was really, I'm a big Scream fan, and I was really looking forward to this because I realised I've never seen one at the cinemas. So I was like, okay, this could be the last one. The missus never seen it. We're going to watch them. We watched Scream 1, got through it. Scream 2, we have been stuck on for about 3 weeks because every time we've got through half of it, every time we've gone to watch it, it's just not happened. The film then come out, and obviously I'm then trying to do everything to avoid spoilers, and every day it's getting worse and worse avoiding spoilers. In the end, I went, I'm not going to go to it. I watched I hate to say it, but I watched a terrible copy just because I was like, I've got to see it.
Yeah.
Because I already kind of know stuff I really didn't want to know. Like the day it come out, my feed was literally, I'm like, oh, God,
Yeah.
I must have been like, Jesus, stop it. Go off my algorithm. I started searching for random stuff, anything away from Scream, Candy, I don't know, just to get away from it.
I can certainly see, like, coming off that with, like, what, the last 9 months we've probably been right since we last talked Superman last summer, and now we're in nearly middle of March. Of course, in 3 months' time, Supergirl was going to be out. So, what have you been doing in, like, the last 9 months to get through all the DC fatigue? And there's not been really a lot going on. What else have you been watching? Any other shows? Any films?
Well, yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you, because you are DC world, but obviously you're like me. We don't as much as we praise the DC, but these are also things that we're into. Do you know what I've been rewatching at the moment? One of the things I've been rewatching is 2.5 Men. I started that from the beginning because that show is such a roller coaster with everything that happened with Charlie Sheen, but it's also one of the best shows. But I'm currently trying to catch up with The Boys because The Boys is one of my favourite shows. But
That's the series, that is.
I thought I was only on season 2, but I'm on season 3, so I'm around the cusp of splitting from going off to Gen V season 1 back to season 4. So I think I've got about 4 seasons to catch up with at this point, but it's 2 shows now, isn't it? So I'm catching up with that, but I'm on a slow burner with it and just not trying to rush through it just to catch up, just watching when I've got time, not just to put it on when I'm going to sleep. When I've got an hour to watch an episode, watch it, so I concentrate and watch, because I think that's harder these days. With so much stuff to consume, like I find it hard to actually sit and watch a show and not be watching something else on my phone.
Doing something else on your phone at the same time, and that,
Because I'm like, I've got so much I want to keep up with, but with stuff like new stuff, there hasn't been too much since. What was I watching before Christmas? Like there was a spat of shows when I was watching Welcome to Derry. Did you watch that one? And Stranger Things, all the horror stuff was coming out, and that was what kept me going, because there was for a while there was actually a lack of superhero content, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Which actually has been quite nice, because we've been concentrating on wrestling stuff here, so it's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not been too much for us either.
And it's been nice to come back. And last week there was trailers coming out. We had lanterns. But what about you, Paul? Like, obviously, I know you would have done you would have done Stranger Things, obviously, because the shot looked. I have used pictures of when he done the shop up, when he had Vecna's head coming out the wall and everything. It was sick.
I know, I miss all that now. I was like, after Superman, obviously September, October hit. I watched before, actually, then. I watched, my pal Paul told me about a series called From. I'd never heard of it, so I gave that a go. Again, another horror series with a twist. It's a bit like Lost in a Town, but you can't get out of it. Watch it if you've not seen it.
Did you say From as in like
From.
FROM?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
It's on Sky. I think season 4 or 5 is about to come out in about a month. But it hooked me. Like, watch it and you'll get hooked. So I watched that, and it's like a horror with a bit of a supernatural sort of thing going on. So I did that. Obviously, Welcome to Derry came out. Fantastic. Stranger Things. Fantastic time over Christmas and the New Year watching that. This year, I've just finished Breaking Bad. I've never seen it. And my son...
No, I've never seen it either.
My son had seen it, and I went, do you know what, I'll start watching it. I probably started it in January, and I just finished it last week and done the film. Loved it. And I'm like, why didn't I watch this a long while back? So I've just done 5 seasons of that.
I did it, I watched it after it finished, and I was like, how? Because my friend gave me a thing, he went, you're actually really lucky, because when it came out and it was one episode, it was because every episode of this show is like a movie.
Yeah.
He's like, you understand? He goes, the fact that we had to wait and you don't pisses me off. And I got it, because if I'd have been waiting, some of them episodes, the way they ended, if I'd have been waiting, I would have been going through hell. I would have been scouring the internet trying to find theories and everything, but I just got to watch it all, and it is such a brilliant show. And now you've seen the third. How to say this without spoiling it too much for the third?
I don't think it'd spoil it, mate, 'cause I don't plan on
Oh,
watching it.
okay, all right. No, the third, you have to trust me. If there's any series, something you have to watch just to go.
I think I started it and there was something like someone was in a car wash or something, and I was like, "This is crap."
Oh no. Yeah,
Got to
no,
give it a little bit of time, yeah. Get the story building.
mate, honestly, I'll say the words to Paul: Hector and the Bell. You know what I'm talking about, Paul?
He's got to watch it. Get him to watch
In
it.
the care home is like, again, when that happened and you see that, again, try not to spoil it for the third.
Yeah, there's a few bits.
When he walks out of that room,
Yeah,
and the camera pans, it was like,
there's a few good bits in it, to be fair, because it's got some quite light episodes, and then when there's a few heavy bits in it, it's like, yeah, you know,
it's very intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the premise of it, the third, if you don't know, is he is a school teacher. He's a science teacher.
Yeah.
Who finds out he's got cancer, and he needs money for his treatment, etc. So, and so he wants to leave money for his family, and then he goes. His brother-in-law is a DEA agent.
Yeah.
He sees an old pupil of his, who's obviously selling drugs, and thinks,
Oh.
well, with my science knowledge, could we make good drugs? And it just way escalates from this mild-mannered guy to what he becomes.
Yeah.
You
You can imagine the systems it has to go through. They've got to get the sellers, the dealers, the big high up to get to the minions, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot goes on over the series with the intertwining, which I liked, and the gangsters style. Yeah.
If you like that, Paul, I don't know if have you ever watched Power?
No.
Okay, if you like Breaking Bad, this is similar in some sense, but like a different world of it. It's more New York City rather than the desert kind of it.
Okay.
New York City, and it's honestly, my mate banged on to me about it every year. The new city, he's like, right, seriously, you'll love this show.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Power, and then
How'd
basically,
it go?
yeah, it's that good. Like, I mean, I've only ever watched the original run. It's spun off into 4 different seasons. Sometimes when they do that too quick, I go no. Like Walking Dead, when it went on, I was like, no, it's too much now. I've got too much to watch to keep up with 4 different shows in one world.
Yeah, never done it, never will.
Yeah, no, it's a great show, but when they were like, yeah, we've got Fear the Walking Dead, we've got some. A lot of this conversation is very similar to last week, but
Yeah, too much, yeah.
It's too much to keep up with, and but if it's DC, it's something like that. Yes, I'm keeping up with it, but because it was something I was like, no, do you know what? I've got other stuff I'm watching now. I can sacrifice it. I gave up, but Power, the first run at least, it might make you go, yeah, well, I need to know what happens, but
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
It's 50 Cent produced it. It's such a great show, and again, one of them shows like Breaking Bad, where certain things happen and make you go, oh, yeah, no, that shouldn't. I was not. That was not where I thought this was going. But okay,
Yeah.
quite shocking stuff. I like. I like when again in the mix of my geeky stuff. I love a serious show as well.
Yeah.
I do love a good serious show, like Prison Break back in the day was one. When you watch it, when Smallville and stuff was on, Prison Break was my grown-up show.
Yeah, my mum used to watch that. My mum used to watch that in the evenings, Prison Break. She loved that show. But yeah.
So, right, you've just caught up with Breaking Bad. I mean, again, this year, there's not been too much new come yet, but we've been saying this year, that this year feels very exciting because
About to kick off.
I'm excited about Lanterns and Supergirl, but what about other stuff? There's Mortal Kombat, there's Michael Jackson movie. You know, I'm excited about that. That looking good. There's a lot of what on paper should be great content.
Lego Batman game in May. That's the first one up for us. They got Lego Batman game in May, which is quite a big one. Yeah, and then obviously like June Supergirl. Is it July Lanterns? Then we're going to have Clayface at the end of the year. So I'm like, the first 3 months is already gone of the year. So there's 9 months, and there's a lot going on over the 9 months. So I'm really looking forward to
It's exciting because, like you
getting
say,
busy.
3 months is gone. So it's like, oh, there's still there is so much coming this year, and it's like it's
Yeah.
all to happen. It's quite exciting. What was your thoughts on Lanterns, the trailer?
Do you know what? I like the look of it. I like a bit of different, and I liked that they didn't show too much in this trailer. I'm sure you're going to get to see him in a suit or whatever, and they always advertised it as they're going to be like a detective style series, but with a bigger threat going on. I've already seen. I've seen the spoiler of a certain character that who is going to be in it. I think you could probably find it leaked online, but this was from purely on a Funko Pop when I got to see all the new Funkos coming out a couple of months ago.
Wow.
So you get to see the thing when we go to do like the Funko at the Toy Fair. You go in a secret room and they show you the merch coming out. So we've seen all the characters: Avengers, Doomsday, Spider-Man. So a lot of spoilers because you start to now know what characters are coming in this stuff coming out, which I won't mention here. But yeah, I'm excited. Lantern's like, can't call it. It's not like your Lois and Clark or your Smallville. It seems a bit darker and a bit more gritty. You know, like your Peacemaker series. It's a bit more darker and grittier.
Like Superman and Lois, because
Yeah.
If people, I always keep saying this: Superman and Lois is not the show I ever expected it to be.
No.
Because it sounds like Lois and Clark. I thought it was going to be fluff. That show was so dark and gritty and
Good.
perfect. So Lanterns, again, I'm sure you heard all the people were kicking off. Why is there a suit in the closet?
Yeah,
Why is there
yeah.
not in the ring? I was like, have people forgot what the word teaser trailer means?
Yeah.
Do you realise? Do you not think they're clever enough to know you're going to be talking about that?
Yeah.
Because when you're online, because of course, look, and again, they've moaned about, it's grounded, it's on Earth, but did they not see the little hints, the talks, the little bits where they talked about, like, you just speak to aliens? What you think, because they've told you it's all going to be grounded, that it's Green Lanterns. Like, come on, like, come on, like, it's obviously
good stuff.
leading somewhere. What, like, why? Just wait and watch the show, then make your mind.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. I like the cast as well. So, what about you, the third? What are you looking forward to? You looking forward to Lanterns?
To be fair, I'm not too much on the DC, but I've watched the trailer and I really like Superman. Like, I didn't have a background of liking DC as much as you guys. I mean, I like the Dark Knight and that trilogy and all that because everybody does.
Perfect.
But after watching Superman, like, it feels like they've got the groundwork for an actual universe to compete with the Marvel universe. So the fact that they're not just throwing out like a Justice League movie or another Batman or a Batman versus Superman or something, and they're starting to like put like these foundations in place.
Yeah.
But I think that the the Lanterns looks pretty good so far from what I've seen. Like, again, I don't know much about the Lantern Corps and all that jazz. So for me, going into it, like, I'd say a fresh set of eyes, but they're definitely not fresh. But like, to not know anything, to then you be able to get yourself immersed in this universe is pretty. It looks like it's going to be pretty decent.
Exactly. Right. Have you seen the other series that's going to be coming about Jimmy Olsen? Have you seen all this?
I've heard this because there was rumours that, like, instantly from Superman, because I'm not going to lie, this is never to knock any other Jimmy Olsen I've ever seen. He was the coolest Jimmy Olsen we've had on screen, right?
He was a good bit of a laugh, wasn't he? Yeah.
And I really liked, I can't remember what his name, in Lois and Clark, he was my calls, because he was kind of my...
I know you mean, yeah.
But I don't think it was the first Jimmy Olsen, the second one with the curtains.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. He was my cool Jimmy Olsen. But there was something about this Jimmy Olsen, because Jimmy Olsen's meant to be Superman's nerdy friend. Yeah. Making him his cool, flirty friend. Yes, that's a Jimmy Olsen, because, you know, now I want to be like Jimmy Olsen. Because he's cool. Like, all the girls love Jimmy Olsen. He's cool.
Is he the guy in Superman that's like working at Daily Planet and he's got the girl that's with Lex and yeah.
But
But the series is going to follow him. Like, I think the series they're planning is going to start investigating things, and they've already hinted at the Flash. Gorilla Grodd's been. They've like registered all these trademarks for it for the series, so they're already saying might be how we're going to get the introduction of the Flash coming into the series, plus other stuff. So it'd be quite an interesting series where he's out
would be brilliant. Right.
journalising stuff that's going on elsewhere or about this character and sort of bringing it all in that way. It sounds quite cool, actually.
If that is an idea, do you know what? I've never thought of that, but what a great way of doing it, because
Yeah.
like, instead of trying to flush 10 movies down us to give us, why don't you use a reporter to go to...
Yeah.
How cool would that be? Each episode is like a new case.
Yeah.
And it's, in a sense, it's like...
There's the guy running fast, or there's a woman on this island, and it's like...
You had in Batman v Superman, the files that...
Yeah, well...
Like, when he's giving them files to look through them, but each one you go, all right, okay, so I've heard of this rumour, let's spend this episode... And we know where it's leading because we're the fans, but it's how Jimmy finds out and how he learns about this person, because we're learning about that version.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Quite excited for it, actually, yeah. So it sounds quite a cool little series.
Really, really cool. There's always still the talk about who's going to be Batman. And like, I know from one of the things I read that James Gunn said, look, Batman will be done when it's right to do Batman.
Yeah.
Right, because if we rush it, you're not going to be happy.
The backlash,
yeah.
There's always going to be a backlash. So just understand, we're concentrating on what we think we need to concentrate on.
Yeah.
But we're obviously getting there. Okay, cool. If you're, as long as you're doing it right, I don't care. Just give me that, because Batman, we've got the Batman Part 2. We know that's pretty much going ahead now, 100% going ahead. So we've still got some Batman stuff coming. That's fine. We've got games, Lego Batman games.
Yeah.
We've got
the new Arkham game they're making as well.
Supergirl looks like, one thing that we've spoke about quite a bit, Paul, and I get sure is the tones of everything feels different. And I am so here for this because of what James Gunn said when someone said, but Superman's so bright and yellow and red and it's such a bright film, how can you make a Batman film like that? And he went, I'm not going to. I'm going to make a dark, gritty Batman film, which is what you expect.
Exactly.
Well, what about when Superman and Batman mix? Have you read a Superman and Batman comic? Duh. That's how you blend it, don't you?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Supergirl, like where Supergirl's a lot of it set in space and she's going to be on other planets and stuff. So it's good that's not going to be like, it's not in Metropolis, it's not in a city. It's actually, we're going to see some spacey stuff. So I'm looking forward to that.
And the first thing that the bots on the internet said, and this is the thing, the fact that I'm going to call them the what do they call them in Superman? The monkeys.
The monkey bot things. I can't remember the name of it now.
Them, because that is the best thing. Like, the first thing they said, oh my god, he's basically remaking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Farming Rage on their keyboards.
Like again, like, what happened in the Marvel Universe? We started on Earth, then we went to the Guardians out in space. Do you understand that not all superheroes in the DC Universe are from Earth either?
Yeah, exactly.
Trust me, we want to be out there. We want to be out there because
want to see what's going on.
These characters are out there in space, so the sooner they get out there, come on, shut up.
It's like they're all grounded. Once they hit Earth, that's it. It's all grounded. You want to see all the stuff going on up there.
Like, shut up moaning about it. Did you see that second clip of Jason Momoa's Lobo, the character he has always wanted to play?
Yeah.
Someone told he can play dress up as a character he's always wanted to do. Listen, if you're not excited about that, you're a fool.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Can't wait, actually. It's going to be good. And Paradise Lost still on the cards as well, isn't it? Like the Wonder Woman TV series, if they go ahead. That sounds another meaty one if they do that well. Love to see Gal Gadot back, though. Oh, my God.
Yeah, she was good as a Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she didn't get her ending. She didn't get her ending to me, so...
This is something I've said, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But again, if you're someone that, like James Gunn, that knows what the fans want, that Zack Snyder universe is gone and it is ended. But come on, this is the DC universe. The multiverse will become a thing. And I don't think it is the last time we will see some of them people, because it would be stupid while they're still young enough to do it, not to get there in 10 years, 8 years,
Yeah.
a few years. Because just imagine when we get to the point of seeing Henry and David stood next to each other.
Even just that cameo, like they did with Wonder Woman, they doubled in the Carter in there, didn't they? And like just have that little cameo to go. It's like having Christopher Reeve, isn't it, back or something like that. It'd be nice to see in a few years. Henry gets a little cameo in the portrait.
It's just not going to happen just yet, because if they did it just now, it's going to spoil what they're building.
Exactly.
If they let this universe play out like it should, I believe you will definitely see them combine. I mean, look, again, one of the best things that ever happened in the Arrowverse was Crisis, and it wasn't the biggest budget thing, but simple little things we saw on that was some like Brandon Routh being back as Superman for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was buzzing for that. I was buzzing when Arrow first met Flash in that episode. I was like, oh my God, we got the Flash. The series came. Brandon back in the... do you know what? I loved every year of the Crisis stuff when that came, just because it got bigger every year. And then when he got back to be back as Superman, I was buzzing, because I remember him as...
The only thing was, I found, though, when Crisis happened, after was a struggle. That's the only thing. Like, it was okay. Yeah. How do you top bringing back... Like, I mean, okay, we didn't see Michael Keaton, but we saw Knox.
Yeah.
So we saw that Michael Keaton's universe was...
That was it.
We saw Robin and Ace. Like, how can you top that with anything after without bringing all of them back into it, or giving us Michael Keaton in the TV show? We also saw something we were told, look, if anything's not going to happen, you're not going to see anything from Zack Snyder. Oh, look, there's Ezra Miller. The one thing, the bit that we wasn't expecting the least.
Yeah. I know.
So, like, how can you top that later on? And what they did is they gave us the Flash movie.
Yeah. I don't like talking about that one. I don't like talking about that.
I still like that film.
There was a reason we got to see that 2 months early. Oh, my God.
Paul, I can't remember, because we were talking about this last week. We obviously talking about the experiences, when we get to go see these cinemas, because Kurt's now been to one. But Kurt came to the premiere with me. Remember, I texted you about the Disney one. Oh, no, the Sony one. Me and Kurt got to experience one. But I was saying, the weirdest one I ever had, and I can't remember if you were there at the same one, but Joker 2.
Yeah.
Was you at the multimedia, or did you go to you went to the premiere, didn't you?
The premiere one, and I'll never forget, when it ended, everyone got up and walked out. It was like a funeral. No one spoke. It was silent. And I got out the doors out of the cinema, and I was like, I clicked. It was like, no one's talking. It was a very weird thing, and I think everyone didn't know how to react to what they've just seen. And it was like
a unanimous disappointment.
Exactly. And like I said, so you was at the premiere, I went to the multimedia screening, and this is exactly what happened there as well.
Oh, really?
But by this point, I said that it was my first time experiencing a film that clearly people was just like, I don't know what's just happened.
Yeah.
Because I went to June, and I wasn't a June fan. I went there because it was the opportunity to go, and everyone went crazy. And I clapped, but I didn't, I was like, I don't really know what I've just seen. I don't understand this film, but it looked great. I just don't get it. It's not my thing. And I watched it with one of my ear. But it was experience, and I remember it was, like you say, it was eerie. Everyone got up and nobody said anything, and I was like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, very weird feeling.
I was processing. I was going, well, I like this, but I don't, like, there was bits coming at me going, I don't know what I thought. Like, I don't know if that was okay. And then it took me a minute to go, there was some bits I did like about that film, but that was not a sequel to that first film.
I should have just kept the first one. There was them clues to Batman and stuff like that in the first one with Bruce Wayne and a few other bits. And then the second one just went all off the radar.
It was
Didn't like it.
Nothing like what the first one was. And it was like, how? How have you... And that, like you say, that's what I wanted to ask you, because you made it even better, the fact that we were at two different versions of the screenings, and that's the same experience.
Same reaction. I got the story, like, it was the ideal with him being the Joker, then that other guy kills him, spoiler alert, everyone, and then he could then be the Joker, and it was just like, well, this could be ongoing, so who do we actually get to see who the real Joker is? It was just like that point, it was a bit of a think it was quite a silly way of doing it, in my opinion. It weren't as good. I think once that bomb went off and he got out of the courtroom and that, I thought it was about to kick off. And before you knew it, it was at the ending. I was like, oh shit. So,
Yeah.
And even though the ending that it was, if that ending where it's not him, the other guy, if that was the ending at the first one, I'd have been okay with it. But after the monstrosity of a film I'd just seen, I was like,
yeah. No, I agree.
Too late.
I agree. I weren't too happy with it. I know.
He was just about to go, because we pretty much, if I'm right, we hadn't seen the Joker in that film. Most of it was fantasy, wasn't it, when he was dressed up? So I was like, just as he's about to go be the Joker, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, no, you're right.
You made a decision of something we wanted last time, and you've put it at the end of a film that was terrible.
I think the Joker 2 was another victim of this. Like, it was already done, filmed, and then all this stuff was going on with the other world, so they kept it in like the Elseworld section, and then just finished it. And it was just seems like it could have been a good film, but then they just end it weird. And it's just like, oh, come on. Again, part of the Hollywood thing.
The overriding thing is, and again, sometimes when I do this, I feel like, oh, we bashing our favourite thing too much. No, it's passion, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it is. We're fans of these characters and the films, and we want to see it done well, don't we? And when you don't, you're like, we're quite at an age where we can be quite honest now, so we can go like, oh, I didn't like it, or I did like it.
It's I don't know, like, it's sad because, like you said earlier, like if they would just right now go, oh no, we change it all, get rid of James Gunn and we moved it on, I'd hate to say it, I go, I can't do this, I can't put my heart into this again. Because I don't trust you. My trust is gone. So, like, if this message gets to anyone up there, right, and because you're on this, Paul, and they all know you at the big wigs, right, they will probably hear this.
They probably do, and all afterwards. Oh my God!
Just please just let him go with it, and let's just see what he can do. Because I think we'll be all right. Let's let that James go. He's all right, you know. I like his films. I haven't seen a bad thing from him. Realistically, never.
I'm still hoping in the next Superman that we get a couple of hints of other characters. I'm certainly thinking it'll be at that level by then where they could hint or say a couple of other character names. So who knows? Don't know. But it'd be nice to see the teaser.
If you've got Brainiac coming, which he is.
Yeah. I think they've cast him, haven't they? Ain't they cast the guy now? I think they have.
Without sitting and scrolling the internet, you're probably right. I think so. But we know he's coming. Brainiac coming. There is going to need to be some other people around because Superman can handle him, but Brainiac coming means there's some others not too far behind him, etc. Isn't there?
Yeah.
We know Brainiac is a formidable foe, but also when Brainiac enters a picture, other people start coming towards our little planet as well. So
maybe.
Yeah, I think we've definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I think going back to Lanterns, I think we're gonna be so surprised with that. Again, touch wood. I have to keep saying it. I think for what people are moaning about, I think DC are clever because James Gunn hasn't directed it. He's overseen it, and what we're getting, I can't remember who it is directed it, but like that's their thing, and I believe they're gonna give us something that looks like a Western, which really looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
We're going to end somewhere up in the sky with some bright, nice coloured green stuff coming
to Earth.
And maybe, hang on, wait, it's Supergirl's first, isn't it?
Supergirl's first. There's a reason Lanterns, I think, is after, and I think that's because you kind of probably get a little teasy thing in Supergirl, but I think they're going to link it into Lanterns. Lanterns will be linking onto the next Superman, and they're bound to do it, and I'm really excited for that.
I think that's what I'm most excited about. Is as much as seeing these films, it's like
the final few minutes.
The next bit we're getting finally we're kind of in the middle bit now where the real cool stuff starts happening. Like stuff's happening.
Which gets us all back in doing this again, and you're like, did you see that? What do you think's going to happen? And then we all start speculating
over and over, and that's what makes it exciting. I mean, I'm trying to think. Something big's coming up. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, Paul, but something I'm very excited about. Returning to the cinemas. Stand By Me at the end of the month.
Or is it?
Yeah, 40 years, isn't it? So, like, not only, which is so exciting for me as a Stand By Me fan, because I've never seen it at the cinemas.
Yeah.
I've seen it, I've literally, I've got it to, oh no, I've put it back. But I was showing Jacob, I've got the Steelbook 4K version of it, the Blu-ray, the video, DVD.
Yeah.
I was showing him the Steel K of like, I was like this, I was like, but do you know what? How many times I've seen this film, Jacob? And I'm talking maybe 1,000, if not more.
Yeah.
But there's times where I've watched this film 4 or 5 times in a day when I was a kid. Like, I've
Yeah.
never seen it at the cinema. I was like, and it's going to be brightened up. Not only
Yeah.
that, it's also, you know, with our wrestling side of things, our next show is celebrating Stand By Me. It's called Slam By Me. So, like, now all focus is on that one. It's really, like, all these shows we've done and all that. It's like, this is really cool now, because my favourite films are, like, I'm spending the next few months really involved in my favourite film of all time, and getting to promote it, talking about stuff, and I'm going to go to the cinemas and do content as well, because, you know, everything helps, you know, with like social media, and also it's promoting our wrestling show as well. That's themed around my favourite film.
The win-win, yeah.
I'm so excited to see that in the cinemas. It's going to be unbelievable. And
Yeah, be good.
what's really sad? You heard about Rob Reiner, the director, a few months back? Like what's gutting for me is Will Wheaton, Jerry O'Connell, and Corey Feldman are doing a tour in America celebrating 40 years, and they've got a chair there for River Phoenix and a chair for Rob Reiner, and it's like, oh, it's such a, when you're so, you know, it's like when you're so attached to a film, and stuff like that's happening, and it's exciting that it's celebrating 40, but also celebrating the lives of people that are not there with it anymore.
Yeah. Nice.
So, Paul, would you like to go to cinema, see Stand By Me with me next month?
Would I? If I'm about, mate, yeah, if I'm free, I could do. You're excited for that. I did the same with, like, when they brought Superman back out a couple of years ago, didn't they, for celebrations, and Superman 1 came back. I think it's the Royal Albert Hall. I went there to watch it on the big screen with the orchestra. Phenomenal. And I'll never forget crying at the beginning, because obviously I wasn't even born when Superman 1 came out. It came out like the year before I was born. So to see it on the screen, it was like, oh, this is what it would have been like. This is so cool. But yeah, you're going to be the same when you go and see this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same with, like, obviously with Superman.
We're kids.
But with Superman, I'm sure I've seen that because sometimes they'll do Superman because it's Superman.
Yeah.
In the local cinemas, and you could see it. But this Stand By Me is one of them. Sometimes, I don't know whether it's just because it's my favourite film. When you see the list of best 80s films, the fact that Stand By Me isn't on some of them lists, but all the films that I associate with it are Goonies.
Like the Goonies, yeah.
Yeah, they are the same. Like, how is that not in that list? Sometimes I feel like that one gets underloved, and because it's my favourite, I'll defend it. So the fact that, you know, I've never ever been able to see this at the cinemas, this one, and it's like, again, what am I going to see that's different other than the fact that it's
probably just better quality?
Yeah, good. You enjoy it.
I know every inch of this film, like every mistake that I know when the camera boom comes into the screen, or where one of them's got cigarettes rolled up in his shirt, and the next scene he hasn't, then it's back, and one of them's got wet. I can't wait to see that on the big screen. Go, look, there's the boom mic.
You're going to be so mad if they've touched all that up and none of it's there.
No, I won't.
Be like a new film.
Because I was like, oh my god. Because then to me it's a different experience. Because then I'm excited. Well, look, they have figured out how to get rid of it and do it.
This is the love it needs.
Exactly. And this is like with stuff like the Elvis Presley in concert, seeing that, like, if I could have waited to get it on Blu-ray for my mum to see it, but I had to see the movie with her at the cinemas. And when they said that this Elvis Presley in concert was coming, and it was all new footage of Elvis that nobody had seen, and me and my mum both went, we've seen everything. Of course, it's not. You go there and see it in IMAX, Elvis Presley in footage that I've never seen, and I'm a big Elvis fan. It was like, if I'd have seen this on my screen, it would not feel like this.
Oh, wicked.
If I'd seen it on my telly at home, it would not have been like this at all, because it was beautiful to see. Absolutely a different experience. And that's another thing. Keep going to the cinemas, kids, because trust me, we don't
support them. Got to support them.
Don't worry.
I think that's the message of today's episode: is leave the geeks to deal with the geeky stuff. and go
Yeah.
to the cinemas more than ever, because trust
Turn your
me,
phone off for a couple of hours, go to the cinema, have an experience you get immersed in, forget about the real world, and just go and have some fun.
I know we're getting towards the hour mark, Paul. So, but I've got one more thing. This is, again, a selling point to you, Leferd, is now obviously it was going to this premiere because, as I told you, Paul, that was the first time I'd officially been invited. So that was such a big feeling for me because one, I didn't even know how Sony Pictures UK had my email because like I've reached out to Warner Brothers. I never reached out to Sony. So how,
Yeah.
and the fact that it said we'd like to invite Ryan the Dork was like I felt so cool because like
I think they just spelled a different word wrong, mate. That's all.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that too.
Oh,
But
good, good.
you see, Paul, as someone, I've said it when you first come on, is when I first started going to these, and it always has been, I've always been with Keith. I've always been his plus one, and so lucky that I've met a friend that I can be his plus one to get to go to him.
Yeah.
I said, like then meeting you, Luke, Troy, and all these other guys that had been around that world. I said, like, I look up to you guys because you get to see all the cool stuff. So that email, that to me was such
Yeah.
I did it.
I
I
remember
got
my first
like,
one. My
like,
first one was for Justice League, actually. It was the Justice League, not the Snyder one,
That's
the
showing
normal
off.
one. And me and my son went for like a screening in Leicester Square, and they had all cosplayers, and we was buzzing for that. But it was a very small event, not like the premieres are now. So, and that was our first entry into it all, really, that one. So, I've got a little
you know what I
adventure.
mean? When I
Got an
was explaining
adventure
to the
next
boys,
week.
like, boys, like, it might be a one-off and we will never get another email. But do you know what? I can't explain to you how chuffed I am right now because
Yeah,
do you know
good.
what it was? It was when I got home and I was talking to my mum and I was like, do you know what, mum? It's crazy, isn't it? Like, it's got to be 3 years now I've been going to the cinema more in a year at media screenings. I've only been to two actual premieres, but media screenings, press screenings.
Yeah,
Like, it's now actually a regular thing. I go to the cinema where there's people that I see on the telly, or there's people on the radio, or there's big names, or people I like. There's people like Jonathan Ross is sat over there. Like, Keith Lemon's watching the film. Like, this is now regular for me. Like, she was like, because you get invited with your mate because he likes going with you and
yeah,
knows that you are passionate. And now you've had the invite, haven't you? I was like, yeah. She was like, it's good. I was like, do you know what? I hate sort of going, oh, I earned that, but kind of like, yeah, got pat. Like, this is cool,
good,
man.
good.
This is what I said to you when you and Luke first come on. I was like, I want to be like you. I want to get them invites too, and it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds good. And you'll get more and more, mate, at work. You know what you're doing with all this and stuff as well. So the more
That
just
that was
happens.
that
Then
was
random
it.
emails. Yeah,
That was it. Like me and Kurt went, and I honestly believe we went to the premiere, and if me and Kurt weren't the lowest in the room, if that makes sense, like I'd been to a Disney premiere at the Picture House. It's not on Leicester Square. It's the one around the back. I don't know if you've been there, Paul.
yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah, so I've been there, and there was like multiple screens. This one, we got invited to the gala screening, and there was one screen. So everyone that was there, and there was names. Vanessa Phelps was stood there and said hello to us, and Aston from JLS, and we were all in the same screen. I sort of looked there going, this is mad. Like, this is insane. Like, I'm in this. Like,
Yeah,
how, so like, the fact that I said to Kurt, like, we are probably the lowest people in here, but
it's weird.
we've been invited. Like, it's cool. So I said, I on the day I made sure one thing I did, I went downstairs and I spoke to after we'd been in and done all the bits and before we went to the screen. I went down and spoke to the ladies that give the wristbands, and it turns out
Yeah,
one of them was the one that done the email. So I just said, look, I just like, I probably saying too much, but that was the first time I got invited. So I just want to tell you how thankful I am because this is unbelievable. Like, this
yeah.
is mind blowing.
They remember you for that as well. So it's important. It's all about connections in all this game. It's all
Yeah,
about
and
that. So
it's crazy when I think about it of how the journey of this podcast, this silly little thing I do with my friends, has gone for 2 or 3 years.
yeah,
And when you see these people that we associate with doing all these cool things, and it's mad. Like we're all we are is just a bunch of 40-year-old
Fans, yeah.
men, 40s men, 30-year-old men, all right, the third. Like, do you know what I
40-year-old
mean?
virgins.
Yeah,
40?
basically, yeah.
Bloody
We,
hell.
That's
we,
what we
we
just getting to.
basically, we are children in adult bodies. That's what we
Yeah,
are.
and we love
And
it.
when you look at some of the things that we get to do, and Paul, you more than anything, again, so we're like, we're not even close to what you get to do, but like to know that it is possible, it's amazing. It's unbelievable what you can do if you just want to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, it's true. So, and the secrets get easier to keep as the time goes on. They're not at the beginning because you just want to
Yeah,
tell someone something. But yeah, it's
yeah, like,
hard.
aren't
It's
you
good.
doing something big next week? It's a good thing to end on. Aren't you doing something big
Next
next week?
week, so next Thursday, the 26th, HBO Max launches in the UK finally. So we've been invited up on the Wednesday to London to load of immersive experiences they're setting up for like a bit of a press evening. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. One of the scene scenarios is Superman's Fortress of Solitude. So as soon as I saw that on the email, I was like, yes, I'll be there. Done. So yeah.
You
Brian
didn't
is
tell me
so
that in
upset
your
right
voice
now.
note earlier. You knew to save that till now, didn't you?
So yeah. Well, looking forward to that next week. That's good. Little night out in
So
London.
do you see like this is what's cool about this little thing we do every week. Right, you've seen it with the wrestling side of things becoming a thing. Like we just because it was it the other week. It was this week or last week was 2-year anniversary of you joining the podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah, literally the other day,
So
actually.
2 years of you being part of this, and
Yeah, yeah.
you joined because just as we were like, look, we're gonna just come join us. We're a group of lads, and we're gonna talk some geeky stuff.
You
Maybe
text me, didn't you,
invite
saying, no, do you want
someone.
to come on and talk some Power Rangers? I was like, yes.
Yeah, do you want to come and chat some Power Rangers? And like now you've been part of something that you're part owner of a wrestling company. You've spoke to Power Rangers and their leader on
Multiple
this,
times, yeah.
yeah, multiple times. We get to like we've got
That's on the
friends like
CV.
Paul here who gets to go on these adventures. We go to these adventures, and like I said, mate, if you've ever go to one of these premiere, you get to come down to one, and we've got all the invites, and Paul's there. You will see what it's like being with an A-lister at cinemas because you can't talk to Paul because everyone else wants to talk to him. Like you walk into queue for something and tell me where's Paul Goodman? He's getting interviewed by someone. You're like, what is going on?
Don't worry, Paul, I'll be your security. I'll be like, step back, please, people.
It's not embarrassing, but like, I think with having the shop now and all the stuff we do with DC, and you get to know like the other influencers, bloggers, content creators is the word now, isn't it, for this age?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you get to know so many people, and then they want you on because they've not been going as long, so they want to get you on and do an interview, or they want to do the photos. It's very weird for me because I don't see myself as anybody, which is the weirdest thing. But yeah, I'll take it while it's happening, so it's good.
But that sentence there is exactly why you're in the position you are because humbleness is what I believe in this world gets you the furthest away. You're still a fan, aren't you? You're not someone that goes, I get to go to. I've met
Yeah, not
Christopher
arrogant
Reeve's
about it.
kids. You text me going, guess who I see? Like a child. Guess who I? Do you know what I mean? And that's the best part of it.
Why?
You are known to do it in the most wind up way. Like when you, what was it you messaged me? I watched the whole of Superman 2 months before just to wind me up. He told me he watched Superman 2 months before it come out, and he was just doing it for.
And I haven't.
No, exactly. But it's what I mean. You're not someone
Yeah.
out there rubbing it in anyone's faces. You're as excited to tell me because yes, I'm obviously. I've told you this.
You
Of
into
course
it?
I'm
Yeah,
jealous.
yeah, yeah.
Of course I'm jealous. But this
Yeah.
is so cool. My mate's seen it. My mate, like I love going to people. My mate got to meet Christopher Reeve's kids as a
Yeah.
surprise. Like just being able to say that makes me feel cool. Again, yeah, I'd love it to say, guess who I met? I met Chris Reeve's kids. But the fact that I know people that are doing this,
Yeah.
mind blowing.
Yeah, it's mad.
Absolutely
Small world. I know.
a
Well,
small village in a small world.
I've been framing up a lot of. I've printed loads of photos off of people we've met, and I'm like, I think I've done like 50 frames, and I still probably need another 50 more. And it's just like I've done like the best ones I've met or got photos with, but there is still hundreds. And going back over the last 10, 15 years, don't realise how many people you've met. And now I'm trying to frame up some favourite pics. It's hard because like there's so many. So I'm still doing it actually, and it's chaos in here at the minute in this office. So
Like the third, like this is like I'm floating Paul's ego because this is a guy. You remember when I was doing the trying to meet the Rock thing?
Yeah.
You know, my closest way of actually meeting him was Paul was trying to make something happen for me
Yeah,
because
well, it's fine.
like he was literally like, you know, I'm trying, and like, probably not going to happen. But the fact that someone was, I might have a way of making this happen for you.
Yeah.
I emailed
It's,
everybody on that. Yeah, nothing happened.
but then
I
then
kept emailing the Rock saying, "Don't reply to him."
he's weird. He wants to kidnap you. Don't
I
touch
said,
him.
honestly, I
Yeah.
can't put with this guy's ego anymore. Please do not even reply
Well,
to him.
I can flip reverse it and go tell you like such an amazing story of how me and LaFerd are even mates, which is the craziest thing. So in 2017, I was working in Malia still abroad, working at a tattoo studio, and got talking to my friend who had some friends from home, who was it was this guy, and how I met him is me talking to her while looking over at him and clocking that he had a Batman tattoo and going, I've got one of them. Then carrying on, looking over his other arm and going, he's got a Joker tattoo, and mine had just been done. I was like, I've got one of them.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so that's how it
Then,
started.
I
Your
looked at
man
his
crush.
forearm. Then I looked at his forearm and he had the Power Ranger tattoos. And I'm like, geez, this is weird. I got one of them. And I went to him, I'm Ryan, nice to meet you. And he went, I'm Ryan, nice to meet you. And I was like, well, what's just happened? That's the weirdest. And 2 days later, me and him have both got matching Power Rangers tattoos on our hands.
Yeah.
It was one of, like, did we just become best friends? Because I
How
just met
weird. It's like two
randomly.
multiverses, isn't it? It's like,
It was like I've met a version of me that's blind.
I wasn't blind then.
Well, pardon?
I wasn't blind then.
You were, yeah, but you were on the verge of
We're
it.
on the way. I'm on the way there, yeah.
But then again, cool things that LaFerd done, and it's one of my favourite stories. My little boy Ronnie,
yeah.
just when we announced who it was that he was coming and we were naming him Ronnie and that, LaFerd went to a Comic-Con in Liverpool. Was it Liverpool Con?
Yeah, Liverpool Comic Con, yeah.
And met Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, the one who passed away 3 years later, and didn't tell. I knew he was going, but didn't tell me what he's doing. But after the Comic Con, messaged me going, right, what's your address? I've got something for you. And I was like, oh, okay, this is my address. And he went, oh, no, it's not for you. It's for Ronnie, who at that time was in the womb. And I'm like, what do you mean it's for Ronnie? What, my son? He went, yeah. And he went, what? He went, well, you know, I met JDF at the weekend. He went, I got him a signed Funko. I was like, at this point, I'd met this guy twice in real life. Once in Malia and once when we went to a Comic-Con to meet the Green Ranger. In
Nice, man. That's nice.
So, blew my mind. Like, this guy that, he's gone out and bought my son. And the fact that he then tells me that when he explained to Jason David Frank who it was for and why it was for, kind of give him the background of our friendship. I was like, so not only does he sign something with my son, you've told him about my son before he's born, and he knows about our friend. Like,
yeah.
So then I had to start buying him things to make up for it, and it cost to me money.
And here we
Just as I
are.
was having kids. So instead I was like, just come join me podcast, that'll be enough. Right. I mean, I could talk for hours, but we've been doing an hour and 10.
Oh, I've got to vanish. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that is absolutely fine, mate. I appreciate we've probably kept you longer than you hoped, but you know what happens.
It's been good. It's been an absolute pleasure to come on and chat about everything we've been doing over Christmas, New Year, what's coming up. So it's a nice little break at right time of the year. I think right before Easter kicks in, and then off we go. I think Supergirl's going to ramp up in a couple of weeks. So
I'm going to convince you, Paul. Even if I'm telling you, because my aim with these wrestling shows, I've been telling you since the start, is to make little bits of cons start to appear, like a Geek Garage stall and stuff, to make it into a con. But
got some wrestling pops about to land on me in a day or two, Ryan.
Then we need a message, don't we? Because that'd be very clever.
We'll have a chat, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. He who dares, Rodney. He who dares, my son. Honestly, mate, it's always a pleasure, and I feel like after what's Supergirl, we'll have a conversation. After London's, we'll have a conversation. Definitely, for one of them, we're going to have to get you and Luke together. Maybe even Troy together as well.
Yeah, we get something going.
I feel like a big group one. Do you know what I always said? And it was when you had your podcast after Superman. We should have all done like a 5-hour podcast for but an hour of each one person's podcast. That would have been so good. Like Crisis, a 4-part, but you had to listen to all 4.
And that's what we'll call it.
Crisis on, something Crisis on something. Yes, exactly. Thank you for being here, mate. Give my love to the family, and I might even, because I'm going to a wrestling show on Saturday in Southend, so I might be able to swing by and see you this Saturday.
Okay, cool.
If I leave early enough. Thank you for being here. Anything you want to plug? Obviously, socials always, mate.
You can follow me, DC World. So DC World on Twitter, Instagram, the website dcworld.org.uk, and obviously the Geek Garage for your geeky needs in Wickford, Essex, and online at geekgarage.co.uk on social media for all your geeky goodies. LaFerd, great to meet you as well, by the way.
You too, mate.
Yeah, bad time. He's only been part of the team for 2 years, and you guys haven't crossed paths yet. It's crazy, isn't it?
You let him out tonight.
It's happened finally. And we've got even more members since you last came on, Paul. We'll introduce you to them in 2 years. This is Talks with Dorks. You know what to do if you haven't already. Go follow our special guest, Paul. Make sure you're subscribing. Go down below for all the links for the promos that you've heard throughout this episode. We've got discounts for our Patreon, where you get 1 month free to check out all the wrestling stuff. And, of course, tickets for Slam by Me are down there. This is Talks with Dorks. I'm Ryan. That's LaFerd. That's the Geek Garage owner. That's Mr. DC World. That's Paul. Boys, see you later.
Cheers, gents. Good evening. Thank you.
See you later, boys. Do you like trees? Do you like cards? Do you like frogs? What about all 3 together? Because Ryan has got the place for you. Tell him, Ryan.
How is this you doing a promo for Tree Frog Grading, our partner that grades cards and then gives us a discount code? That was just you throwing it over to me.
Yeah, it's called delegation.
It's called you having this information in front of you for 2 years and never paying attention to it. That's what that is.
Yeah, is it on Braille on my screen? No, it's not.
Good point. Tree Frog Grading is a partner we've had for 2 years now, and you can still get your cards graded and use the code TWD15 for 15% off. That's treefroggrading.com. And don't forget, if they've got any other promotion running on the website, you can add our code on top of that to save yourself even more money. LaFerd, it's as easy as that. Get your cards graded. Get your cards graded at a discounted price with the code TWD15, treefroggrading.com.
Ribbit.
LaFerd, this is how you do a promo. You ready?
Well, when's someone going to turn up to show me how to do it?
Wow. I'll show you how to do it. Our friend JC has got his very own clothing range. It's called Graffiti Wash. LaFerd, you remember JC, don't you, when he came on the podcast?
I do, because we got a few messages and I thought, who is this guy?
Yeah, well, JC came on the podcast and he told us all about his clothing range, Graffiti Washed. And with us, you can get 30% off by using the code TalksWithDorks30. Go check out his clothing range. It's fun, it's funky. Some people call it controversial. As long as you're talking about it, as long as you're buying it, and as long as you're wearing it. Graffiti Wash, Talks with Dorks 30 for 30% off. See? Easy as that, mate.
Speaking of controversial, it means you might be able to get some of your own clothes instead of wearing everyone else's.
Fair point. Watch back any of our TDW shows recently?
Watched them back. I've done nothing but. I'm the guy editing all of them.
No, where would we find it? YouTube or?
Oh, again, mate. Like, you're part of this podcast. How do you not know that we have a Patreon page? You've got content on there that you made.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't see what I was doing.
It always goes back to the site. Kurt, you're quite good with this. Why don't you give LaFerd the little rundown on how, where, and what is available on offer for him to get our Patreon page?
Kurt, do it in your announcer voice.
It is easy to find, even if you're visually challenged. And yes, I will do it in the announcer voice.
Get in.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Talks with Dorks has its own Patreon page where you can find exclusive content recorded by our very own man who doesn't have a single clue what he's doing, the one and only LaFerd. You can also see all of TDW's full wrestling events in all of their glory as they happen live with exclusive match commentary and behind the scenes and backstage interviews as well. Plus a whole heap more besides that. It's all available on the Talks with Dorks Patreon, patreon.com/Talk Dork Podcast.
See, LaFerd, if you could, you've been around for 2 years and you still can't make an effort like that at all.
Well, if I was a goose, I'd have bumps right now. Just hearing Kurt with that announcer voice is just worth pissing you off every week.
Really? And did you know, Leferd, that you don't even have to pay for the first month? We have got a link that will be down below that you can get the first month free.
It means at the bottom of the video, not Australia.
Where did I say?
Down below.
That's down under.
Not up here, it's not.
Fair enough.
Please subscribe. We need the money.
Find us at patreon.com/TalkTalk Podcast. 1 month free if you click the link below.